Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've been putting together this little product page site. It's kind of a sales funnel type page that leads people down the page, telling you things about the products, and eventually takes them to a pricing table where they can actually purchase the product. And we've got WooCommerce installed so they can actually buy it from this site. So let's continue on. In our last video we did a sort of split hero section, which was this one. Today let's do a full width testimonial slider. Now we're going to have to use a bit of imagination on this because it doesn't actually include one with a Divi theme, so we're going to make this out of a post slider today. And it works absolutely fine. As you can see, it's going to revolve and bring up the testimonials. So to get started, let's go to our dashboard on our site we're building and create some posts, which is what we're going to use. So we're going to go to the dashboard. I'm going to go to posts. I'm going to say add new. And my first title is going to be Portable Office. And I guess we'll use the Divi builder. I'm going to build from scratch, and I'm just going to use one column, one row. I'm going to put a text module in there, and for my content, we've got our heading up there that we just created. For the content, I'm simply going to put I've got some dummy text right there. Put a bit of space there, and I'm going to make the name a heading. Let's make it heading 3. And let's also make it bold. And the actual job title, I'm going to drop that down one as well. We'll make this one heading 4. Now, because we're not actually viewing these posts, this is actual testimonial that's going to come up here. It's going to have the title, then it's going to have the content there. If you wanted to add a small image of the person themselves, that's fine. You could do that there too, just by adding media right here. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with that. The actual contents themselves, I'm going to go in there and just display the text centrally. So I've gone to design and text, and I'm going to put it in center just like that. Okay, for the time being I'm not going to change anything there. I'm going to save that. I'm going to publish the post. And I'm going to repeat this 3 or 4 times till we've got 4 of them. So let's go back to our posts, and there's our first one right there. So I'm going to create another 3 or so of these so we've got something to revolve around. Okay, so I've done 3. I'm going to do one more. I'm just going to show you an easy way of cloning your posts. So let's add a new. I'm going to add it in a new tab here, and we'll give it a title. I'm going to use the Divi builder. Now to save time, I'm just going to clone one of the posts that we've just done, which is what I've been doing to replicate these. I'm going to go over here and say clone existing page. And here are the posts I've created before. I'm just going to grab any one of those because they're all pretty much the same. And it's loaded in there. This way we can keep all the formatting. All I have to do is replace the text. So let's put the dummy text in here, more dummy text. It doesn't make any sense, but it's something for the testimonial to say. And then with the name, I find it's easier if you go 1 character in, leave 1 on the end there and paste in your new one. It'll keep the formatting for you if you leave that first character in, then delete it. And the same with the job description. So we'll leave that S in there, paste that in there, and then just delete that afterwards, and that's it done. publish our posts, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, now we've got our posts. Let's go back to our site. Let's go down to where we want to work, which is right here. Let's enable our visual builder and go back down to where we just were. Now I'm going to create a new section with the blue button right there, but this time I'm going to use a full width section, and I'm going to use a full width post slider so we can use those posts as testimonials. And there it is right there. Post count, well, we've only got 4, so I guess I'll put 4 in there. Now we haven't given it any categories because it's the only post we've got. If you're going to be posting other stuff, it'd be a good idea to give these categories. I'll show you how to do that in a moment with the quick edit. But at the moment we can uncategorize, and as you can see, it's popped up right there in the bottom. So let's make it look a little more interesting. And we don't need a read more button, so we'll turn that off in a minute. I want to display the whole content there, so we got their name. There we go. I don't want that metadata, and I don't want the button. So if we move down to elements, show arrows. Arrows is fine, controls are fine, controls are the little dots. Don't want to read more button, and I don't want to show the metadata. So we've got the title, the content, and the name. We're not using the featured image because we didn't give it one. We don't need to link it to anything unless you wanted to link it to the sales page below. I'm not going to give it a background. We'll do that all with our section itself. Let's go to our design, and let's just up that title text a bit, which is the name right there. And I'll change the line height as well. I'm going to make that let's make that bold for the title. When you're happy, let's save. Let's just go back in here and make sure we haven't got a background color, because I'm going to do that on the section itself. So I'm going to remove that background color on the actual post slider settings itself. There we go. Now let's go to our section. Because it's a full width section, we've got a purple tab. So let's just go into there. I want to give it a sort of purple background. There we go, but I want to make it a lot darker. So I'm going to click on the color, just bring that down. Sort of purpley blue type color. That's fine like there. You can see the writing and everything perfectly. But I'm also going to add one of our laptop images here, and I'm going to have it on the left hand side. So still on background here, we want to go, we've got color, we've already put that in. You've got a gradient, and I want to go to image. Let's add the image I want, and I'll use that one right there. But I don't want it huge and in the middle like that, so let's adjust it a little bit. I don't want it to cover. Let's try actual size. Yep, that's about right. And I don't want it in the center, I want it on the left hand side. So we'll say center left. We could try bottom left actually. I don't know if that would work any better. No, center left seems to be better. Top left works fine too. I think I'll leave it right like that. And let's just give our section a bit of padding top and bottom, so we can see the whole laptop picture in there. Let's go to our design, to spacing, and let's give it, say, 50 pixels top and bottom should do it. There we go, we got our whole laptop in there, everything's perfectly legible. Great, so we're happy with that. Let's go back in our little slider, testimonial slider here, and put the settings to automatic. So we want to go to design, animation, automatic animation. We want to turn that to on. It's going to revolve every 7 seconds at 7,000. I'm going to make it 5 seconds, 5 or 5,000 milliseconds, same thing. I want it to continue automatic slide on hover. So in other words, if somebody puts their mouse over it, it's going to stop so they can read what they want to read there, which is great, which is what I'm going to leave that exactly as it is. So I think we're good to go. Let's just save our changes. Save the page changes. And exit the Visual Builder. Go down to where we were. And there it is. There's our little testimonial slider. And as you can see, it's changing every 5 seconds. I think I might just bring that text size up a little bit. In fact, I could bring the text size up a bit and put a gap between the end of the text and the name there. So just go into our post. Let's go into the first one. I'll do this and then I'll pause it and do the others. So I'm going to hit edit with Divi. And we'll go into the module. I want to go to design. I just want to go to the regular text. I'm going to bring that up to 16. I think that'll do it. Or even 17. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to add an extra space between the end of the text and the chap's name right there. When we're happy, save the changes. And we'll go and do the same for the others. So I'll pause the video and just do those quickly. Okay, so I've updated them all. While we're on this page, let's show you how to create a category. Just go down under posts here, or click on posts and expand it and go down to categories. I'll open this in another tab. Simply give your category a new name. I'm going to say test for testimonials. Slug, which is what will appear up here. That's where testimonials. I haven't got an parent category and I don't need a description. So I'll just add the new category. And there it is right there. Let's go back to our post now. I'll just refresh this page. And the easiest and quickest way to do this is go into quick edit and just check the category you want it to be. Update. And as you can see, that's now in that one. Do the same for all the rest. Job done. So we should be good to go now. We've saved everything. Let's go back to our page and just refresh. That writing should be a bit bigger there and our name should be separated a bit more. There we go. So there's our full width testimonial carousel. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.